What is up, y'all? Goofy Rexy here, and hope everybody is doing well. And welcome, guys, to the weekly headliner update, week number 59. Now, if you're new to the weekly headliner, this is where we discuss what is upcoming this week in Marvel Strike Force, and then we recap the important topics from the previous week as well. Now, some of the topics that we're going to discuss here on the headliner, we had Knowhere Heist, right? We saw the rewards, a little bit of an outrage there, but I'm going to talk about whether or not we overreacted to the rewards that we're receiving. We also had some information on the Eternals update. Little underwhelming in regards to what we thought. We'll discuss that as well. We also looks like we're going to be getting Avengers Tower starting tonight. What do we think the new milestones are going to look like, and what do we hope to see when it comes to those milestones? And then it looks like we're going to have another Kraken-ish event where we're going to be able to use some or get some alliance participation. We're going to talk about that and perhaps how we feel about that moving forward as well. Should there be Kraken events? That's probably one of the questions that we want to ask. But we're going to talk about this, guys, and so much more on the weekly headliner update. And we're going to start right now. All right, guys, welcome back. And as you can see here, the first thing I wanted to talk about was Knowhere Heist. That was definitely one of the biggest topics, I think, from last week. Massive outrage from the community here in regards to the rewards that we were getting as players for completing the event. So tier 7, first time rewards, you're going to be able to get a full 7 red star orb. You're also going to be able to get I think it was a total of 700 dark promotion credits. The recurring rewards, though, were what we weren't necessarily happy with. Based on the math, if you were able to get all the way to tier 7, it would take you 11 to 12 months for you to get another elite 7 red star orb. And the dark promotion credits weren't even a big thing. And then also, you're not getting any recurring rewards for any sort of gold orbs as you were getting for the first time completion of the event. And I want to say, I do definitely agree and think that was a little outrageous that your return on investment is really going to be a year out. Now, the initial first time attempt, they're good, right? They're good rewards, but the simple fact that for a recurring milestone, a flash event, it feels bad that you're not really getting a return on that investment for about a year out. But I want to say this, or I want to ask the question, do we think that we kind of slightly overreacted to this? And the reason why I'm asking that question, if we look at some other events, let's look at another event that's going to be rolling around here this Friday. So Chaos Theory, right? If we look at currently Chaos Theory, the way that this is slated and slotted right now, if you get all the way through tier 7 and you look at your gold promotion, the gold promotion credit, the silver promotion credits that you're going to be able to get, and then also the gold promotion credits that you're able to get, right? Over a 12-month period, you're getting 120 gold promotion credits. Now, that is only really good to be able to bring up 2 characters, right, from 3 to then 4 red stars. Now, if you're looking to bring up a character to 5 red stars, 120 of these is definitely not going to be enough. You need 150 of them, right? If we're looking at gold promotion credits over a 12-month period, you're getting 84 of these gold promotion credits. So when we look at an event like Knowhere Heist, it kind of seems to line up with what they've done before. Now, I am not telling you that this is okay. I do think that they need to make some sort of an adjustment to this to make it feel better. I think what's probably reasonable is maybe 5 to 6 months or 6 months, or so, if you get through tier 7, that you're going to be able to get the option to be able to get another 7 red star orb for Knowhere Heist. I think that it's reasonable to be able to get 2, if you at least have completed tier 7 now of the event, that you will be able to then at least get 2 7 red star orbs throughout the year. Now, the impact of 7 red star orbs are different for other players. For me personally, someone that doesn't spend a lot of money, I'm a very budgeted spender when it comes to Marvel Strike Force. I'm not getting any new character unless they become available or needed for a legendary unlock. I'm not getting any of those new characters anywhere close to 7 stars for probably about a year, right? Or maybe 8 months or so. Like, that's just the reality of what the situation is. So for players who are probably Krakens, they probably care a little bit more about those 7 red star orbs. I probably would save it for a character that's going to be a legendary. I most likely will open up a 7 red star elite orb for a legendary character. So the impact is a little bit different, but I think what's probably a little bit more reasonable, Chaos Theory and also Knowhere Heist, is if you are able to get the return on your investment at least within the 6-month mark. It even sounds crazy to even say that long, but I think that it's warranted that, man, 2 7 red star elite orbs per year. I don't think would break the game. At least if you get to tier 7, you feel as if though that G15 gear that you put into Rocket, that G15 gear that you put into Star-Lord, at least you got some good, decent return on that investment. Right now, the way that it's slotted, it doesn't feel that good. So I think that's probably the reason why players reacted that way. Maybe we overreacted a little bit, but it was just a feel bad because of the resources that you had to invest into Rocket, had to invest into Star-Lord, Invisible Woman to then get what you got back. Didn't feel that great. But all right, so I wanted to shift gears here and talk about Avengers Tower. So this is going to be starting 7 hours and 15 minutes from when I'm recording this video right now. So that's going to be happening tonight here on Valentine's Day. By the way, happy Valentine's Day to all you guys who are going to be celebrating Valentine's Day. I hope you're going to be able to get some good time and share some good times here with your loved ones and people that you care about for Valentine's Day. But yeah, Avengers Tower is going to be starting tonight. We didn't get a blog post update on this in the previous blog post here. Not sure why. I'm pretty sure that they accidentally omitted it. Either way, just kind of annoying. Should just mention it. But they did kind of allude to it in one of their previous blog posts here. On January 14th, they talked about, this was a blog post where they talked about Avengers Tower future updates on January 14th. And they mentioned down here that Avengers Tower will likely run again in 5 to 6 weeks. This is technically kind of going into the 5th week from whenever they released a blog post. So I guess kind of sort of they did kind of give us an update a little bit. But some of the updates that they mentioned here was the squad selector filter that hides characters who are in cooldown. That's going to be implemented. They also talked about adding some more level floors at the start of Avengers Tower to make it more friendly for newer players, which I think is really good. And then more floors at the higher levels for veteran players. So I'm curious to see how many floors in general we're going to get here. What we can see from the preview in game is that so previously before, once you got to floor 50, you were able to earn all the milestones. Now, once you get to floor 50, you're going to be able to earn all the milestones there. Now, what I'm hoping is that they've shifted some of those milestone rewards down a little bit, because there were some resources that were in the higher milestones that mid-game players could not get to. So I'm hoping that they're going to shift those down a little bit so that mid-game players who are probably not going to be able to get all the way to 460, will they get those rewards. Now, it looks like they're also going to be adding some more floors here for veteran players. I think there were some veteran players who got to the very tail end of the Avengers Tower and were just like, we have nothing else to do. So I guess they're giving them more floors and opportunities for them to be able to get some more out of these rewards. Now, one of the things I would like to see them change, I don't know if it's going to be in this particular update, is just where we're able to use our save or get our save squads from. Right now, our save squads are all tied to blitz save squads, and I would like to see them change that in the future. Also, just the interface of this, the look of Avengers Tower, would like to see them change as well. It looks like blitz, so I would like to see them change that also. But either way, this is going to be starting tonight here. This is going to be exciting. I'm going to be streaming it live on Twitch tonight, Monday night. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays is usually when I stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tonight, we're going to be going on at 8 p.m. because I would like to finish a little bit earlier so that I can go hang out with my wife. But so tonight, we're going to be streaming this. Looking forward to seeing what it's going to look like here. And looking forward to seeing, what some of those more rewards look like. But shifting gears here, I wanted to talk about this update that we got last week. We got an Eternals update, and the update within itself is really not exciting. Let's just keep it real. But being that last week we had so much talk about what this update was going to be for the Eternals, there were many videos going around about potentially Eternals getting nerfed, which was kind of crazy to me. I didn't get an opportunity to make a video about it. I had so many things going on last week. My honest predictions were I thought we were going to get an update on where they were going to be farmable, right? So I completely expected that Icarus was going to go to like probably the raid milestones, and Cersei was probably going to go to like premium orbs, because we got offers, like $5 offers for Kestrel and Deathpool, and now Deathpool's in the Strike Pass. So I'm like, okay, maybe we're going to get a farmability update for Icarus, or availability update for these characters. But nope, it wasn't even that. It wasn't even that, guys. What we got was an update here for Icarus and Cersei, and an RTA that they're going to be banned, or at least you only have access to one of the characters, right? So you'll never really be able to use Icarus and Cersei at the same time. That one or the other is going to be banned whenever you're using RTA. So they were kind of already doing that anyways, but I guess they're making it a little bit more official. There were some pockets of times, usually towards the end of the week in RTA, where they did allow you to use Icarus and Cersei together, but I guess moving forward, they're making sure that you're not going to be able to do that anymore. So this was the update. Kind of a downer, I guess. So I was excited for maybe some farmability update, but we got this instead, which it was already happening, but good to know that they're at least looking at it from that perspective, at least looking at RTA where that is concerned. All right, next thing I wanted to talk about here is this event that's going to be starting on the 18th. It's going to be the Festival of Fortune event, and they also have the Stark Armory stockpile event as well. Now, one of these events is very much a free-to-play event, very much an event that you can still get a good amount of resources here by just doing some of the things that you do on a regular daily basis. And then you have another event here, which is the Stark Armory stockpile event, that is a little bit more whaley, maybe a little bit more crackety, depending on how hard people want to push in that event. So both events, though, I will say this. So let's break it down. So for the Festival of Fortune Orb event, donate to your alliance in the alliance donation sections to earn Festival of Orb fragments. In addition to the chest rewarding Festival of Orb fragments, we've added new reward thresholds and refresh costs for your alliance donations for this event. So I'm assuming here is that there's a new reward, and then you can refresh a little bit. It might be easier for you to refresh with this event, is what I'm kind of reading here. I'll have to see exactly what that looks like in the game. I'm more of a visual person, so sometimes reading things just is very confusing. I'd rather see what it looks like in the game. The donation milestone thresholds, refreshes, and chest rewards will revert back at the end of the Festival of Fortune. So as you're donating, you're going to be getting these orbs. The orbs, when you open them, you're going to get gold T4 mobility materials and a chance to earn gold promotion credits. And then also opening up these orbs, you're going to score points towards a Festival of Fortune milestone that rewards teal gear, orange, and purple. And then also your gold flash bits. Now the gold flash bits are going to be for Jubilee's costume, which is the Year of the Tiger costume. Okay. it's up to you whether or not you like that costume. But then they have the Stark Armory stockpile portion that's going to be running parallel to the Festival of Fortune event. And in this event, they're going to be giving you option here to earn by donating to the higher tier of the alliance donation milestone reward. So that's your cores, right? Where you use your cores, your 50 cores, and then your 100 cores that are currently in the alliance donation section. And they've added some additional stockpile orb fragments. These orbs also contain the same thing: gold, T4 ability materials, and a chance for you to earn gold promotion credits. And then also the same thing, you open up each one of those orbs, and then you're going to be able to get a reward. Now this one is specifically for this milestone. Remember the previous milestone was purple, orange, and teal. For this milestone, the Stark Armory stockpile milestone, it's only going to be teal gear. So obviously this is definitely marketed to more of the spenders that are, or someone that has a lot of cores in the game, right, and are willing to drop and spend these cores. But there's also a refresh component to it as well, that if you want to refresh it and spend more, that you could also do so. But once again, we don't know what the refresh cost is going to be, so we're gonna have to take a look at that as well. And in addition to that, there's also the donation milestones to earn bonus rank rewards through an associated leaderboard. So I assume that the leaderboard is going to be tied towards Alliance leaderboard when it comes to this event. So once again, this requires a lot of coordination. It requires you to work with 23 other members in an alliance to be able to get something done. That's the portion of this that I don't like. And also, I'm wondering if this is something that could also break alliances as well, because someone may not be willing to spend as much, or maybe there are others who can probably help to carry the alliance. We'll have to see exactly what this is going to pan out and look like once this event goes live on Friday. I'm sure there's going to be some numbers out there. We'll be looking at it as well right before we jump into our roster roast on Friday night. But the question that the few things. The first observation here that I'm looking at is, number one, they're definitely trying to make sure that they're still getting their money on teal gear, right? It's still new. Players are still looking to get into Dark Dimension 5. They're trying to make sure that they're able to get their money here. Players who are willing to spend extra money on cores so that they can go into this event. Keep in mind, too, that Dr. Voodoo at some point in time is going to be an event campaign character. Would have been nice if that event was running at the same time, but I mean, why would they do that? get you to spend one time and then get you to spend another time. That's pretty much basically what they're doing here. So that's the first observation. They're still trying to make money off the whales and the krakens with teal gear, which means that it's going to roll down to us a little bit later on. Those who are in the dolphin, the cheap to play area, that's where it's going to roll down to us a little bit later on, later on, probably a few months from now here, or maybe a month or 2 months from now. Second thing is, I don't know how I feel about whale and kraken events. I'm kind of on the fence about it. I do think that it's okay for there to be events where players who are willing to spend money to progress or to get faster through something is okay, but I don't know if I like where events are completely exclusive to krakens and whales. I don't necessarily think that that's great for the game. Now, the free-to-play version of this portion of things, the free-to-play version where you have the Festival of Orb event, that one's fine. Like, I'm still going to be able to get some teal gear. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to get that much, but I'm still going to be able to get some teal gear here, and I think that that's okay. But I don't know how I feel. Now, this might just be more of a subjective thing. How do you feel about it? I think for an event like this might be okay because I'm still getting a free-to-play, very friendly version of this event. And then there's the Kraken whale version of the event. It feels different to me than Echo. I don't know why it does. It feels different to me than Thanos Given. It feels a little bit different, but I'm curious. Do you guys think that there should be Kraken events? How do you usually feel about them? How do you feel about this event, being that they're running them both at the same time, and they're basically saying, hey, if you want more, you can spend to do it. If you don't, then hey, you can still get some good stuff too. That's kind of the way I'm looking at it right now. But with that being said, speaking of Kraken events, the Echo event is going to be ending this week. So that's going to be ending on Saturday. That's so we already talked about this event already. Not great, not ideal. We're getting a 3-star character. I still stand on the fact that I do believe that players should at least be able to get a 4-star. Every free-to-play player should at least be able to get a 4-star character. I don't think that breaks the game. It's 180 shards. If you're still worried about being able to get players getting legendaries easier or quicker, you're still not going to get it from the free-to-play for the most part because they still have to get an extra 130 shards. It's still going to be quite challenging for them to be able to do so before a legendary gets released anyways. It really doesn't break the game, but a 4-star character is quite more usable in endgame content. So therefore, I think that that's fine. So this event, though, is going to be ending on Friday. We did also, another member of her team did get released, or Saturday. This event's going to be ended. We did get another member of her team that got released as well, Kate Bishop. Now, I personally, I bought the $25 offer for her. I'm not very big on this team. I'm also looking to save some money here this patch as well. So I only bought the $25 offer for her. Got a really good pull on it though. From the orb, so really can't complain. This is what I got. I got 110 shards, pulled 60 shards for her. Definitely very, very, very happy with that. But overall, I don't know, war defense character. She might be helpful in the tech raids, but from what I'm gathering and hearing so far, she's okay at best. So don't really feel like you need to go out of your way. But really kind of disappointed that with Kate Bishop that they released her on Super Bowl night. Wasn't very good marketing in my opinion, but you do what you got to do with your own time there. Some additional stuff here to Down on Mac. We got some dates on when community polls are going to be going out. Most will be this one. This is going to be going out tonight. Community poll for global. They're going to be 2 characters that we're going to get an opportunity to vote on here and to see which of those characters is going to be featured in a blitz moving forward. They introduced some other dates here too to pay attention to. Next poll is going to be on the 21st, which is going to be next week Monday here, President's Day, I believe, right? Next week Monday, where you're going to be able to vote on your cosmic character. So curious to see who those cosmic characters are going to be. We know that the poll winner for the blitz for global is going to be that blitz is going to be on the 28th, so looking forward to that in a couple of weeks from now as well. And a few other things, Jubilee's legendary event is going to be returning. Congratulations to those who are going to be unlocking Jubilee. I believe that this means that we're going to be getting Adam Warlock next, and if that's the case, then that means that after that, we should finally be getting Adam Warlock. I don't know about you, but I'm probably going to have a 7-star Adam Warlock next time around, considering that it's been so long since we've gotten him. I just got Captain Sam to 7 stars because of this past event. Maria Hill, we just got her 7 stars last week. Sharon has been there for a while because she was in the raid store, significantly easier farm. The only thing that's holding me back right now is my Kree Reaper, who I need to get, I think it's like 60 more shards for, and then I'll be able to get her to 7 stars. And then of course I'm gonna have to upgrade. It's gonna be a lot of gold, man, to upgrade all my Kree minions to 7 stars just to be able to get like Fury to 7 stars. It's gonna feel some type of way. But my prediction on the reason why it took so long, or my thoughts on the reason why it took so long for Omega Red to come back, is just because of Voodoo. I think they wanted to make sure that they were able to get those sales on Voodoo first, marketing him as the Heroes for Hire counter, marketing that Team Dark Earner team for Heroes for Hire counter. That's probably the reason why I do feel that they kind of held off a little bit. But kind of wrapping up some things here, we do have Chaos Theory this week on Friday. We also do have Payday on Friday as well, so looking forward to that. Tonight's Blitz is going to be the Unconditional Blitz, so Unconditional Love Blitz, that's going to be rolling around tonight. So that is going to be an opportunity for you to be able to earn some unconditional love orb fragments. You can get some decent gold from them, so there's not bad at all. But curious to know, guys, what your thoughts are. What do you think about this new event, this Alliance event that's rolling around here? What do you think about Avengers Tower coming back? Do you think that there should be Kraken events, you know, going back to Festival of Orb, Festival of Fortune, and Stock Armory Powell event? Like, what are your thoughts there on that? What do you think about Young Avengers right now? It seems like they're kind of a letdown in this entire patch. Really good on war defense, don't get me wrong, really good on war defense, but outside of that, no characters really plug and play. Kate Bishop, underwhelming so far from what I'm understanding in these Doom raids. So curious to see what's going to happen there as well. But listen, more stuff to come this week, more videos shooting out throughout the whole week here. I'm going to be talking about some stuff. May do a roster review on my roster. Let me know if you guys want to see that. But until next time, appreciate y'all. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be safe.